Hello. For this short video, we're going to talk about how to find the lateral femoral epicondyle so that we can find the axis of rotation for the tibiofemoral joint so that we can align this with the axis of rotation of the dynamometer head. And I'm going to use this leg here as a demonstration. Now, as you become more familiar with this, as you become more expert at doing this, you'll be able to find bony anatomical landmarks far more readily. But for the sake of the fact that this is your first time, I'm going to take you through all the steps from beginning to end. But as you get more used to it, you'll find that you can skip some of these steps as we go. So you need to start with your participant ideally in a seated position with a small amount of knee flexion, as we have here. This is the vastus lateralis here, so this is the outer thigh muscle, the outer quadriceps muscle here. So we start by finding the tibial tuberosity. You can usually find this by just running the back of your forefinger up the upper portion of the participant's tibia. So it's beneath the patella, which you can very easily find by just palpating it, and it is this bony, knobbly protrusion here. This is where the quadriceps muscles converge into a single tendon. Some people call it a ligament. Some people consider the connective tissue above the patella to be a tendon, below the patella to be a ligament. It doesn't really matter for what we need to know today, but you find this lumpy protuberance and then come up from that so that your finger is between the patella here and the tibial tuberosity here. Now, if you take your forefinger and thumb and pinch either side of that space there, then your finger and thumb will be in the tibiofemoral joint space. So if you push down, you will feel the tibial plateau, the top of the tibia. If you push up, you will find the femoral condyles. These are these two large, round, bony protuberances that represent the most distal portion of the femur. At this point, you need to bring your fingers round to the side, and at this point, we're only really interested in the lateral femoral epicondyle. So you can just use your finger and you don't need to worry about finding the medial femoral epicondyle, just the lateral at this point. Now, you need to make sure you're in a space that is between the patella and the iliotibial band. That is this thick band of connective tissue, which you can see arises from the iliac crest here, attaches to gluteus maximus, medius, gluteus maximus nearly fell off, the gluteus maximus, medius, minimus, and this muscle here, the TFL, the tensor fascia lata. They all converge into this thick band of connective tissue that comes all the way down the outer thigh, over the vastus lateralis, which is here, and attaches to the head of the fibula, round about here. So we need to make sure we're in this spot here. You can see it's ever so slightly lighter. See that? Just about. That's roughly where the lateral femoral epicondyle is. So it's between the patella and the IT band. So you then get your participant to straighten and bend or flex and extend their knee. And if you feel this dense, almost elastic band structure flicking beneath your finger as they're flexing and extending, then you know that you're too far back and you need to come forward. You need to be in contact with bone at all times. So it's round about there-ish. Obviously, this is going to be slightly different on your participant, but if you can feel muscle underneath, then you're too high, you're too near the lateralis here. So it's roughly in between. It's at the level of that dot, slightly further forwards. And as long as you feel nothing but bone the whole time, then you're in the right position.